Hi there! Welcome back to Insurance World TV, where we break down the world of insurance in simple, practical ways. Imagine this. You're walking your dogs on a busy street. The leash you're using isn't strong enough to hold them if they suddenly bolt. Or perhaps you've asked your Shamba boy or girl to take them for a walk. While it might seem like a harmless, everyday activity, the dangers lurking are real. What happens if your dogs break loose and cause harm to a passerby? Whether it's a bite, a fright that leads to an accident, or even damage to someone's property, you, as the owner, will be held liable. The law is clear. Pet owners are responsible for the actions of their animals, and the financial consequences could be more serious than you think. Now, here's a question. Do you have personal liability coverage for your pets? Today, let's talk about a rarely discussed topic: personal liability insurance for pet owners. Yes, even here in Kenya, this is becoming increasingly important.
Why?
The risk is real. Whether you own a German Shepherd, Rottweiler, Boerboel, or even a friendly Labrador, one thing is clear: dogs can be unpredictable. They can bite, chase motorcycles, cause people to fall, or get into fights with other dogs. All it takes is one snap of a weak leash, and suddenly your well-meaning security animal becomes a legal liability. I once saw a case where a dog jumped over a gate and bit a boda rider. The hospital bill alone was over 70,000 Kenya shillings. The dog owner ended up settling the matter out of court for a lot more than that. Don't think that just because you have a fence or a gate that you're safe. The law holds pet owners accountable. You could face a lawsuit, police involvement, or even compensation claims through the civil courts. Who's liable? In Kenya, if your dog bites or harms someone, the responsibility lies with you, the owner. It doesn't matter if the dog was being walked by someone else or was inside your compound. If it escapes or acts aggressively, you're still legally and financially responsible. In fact, there's an important legal principle from English common law, still applied in Kenya, called the rule in Rylands versus Fletcher. This rule basically says that if you bring or keep something dangerous on your property and it escapes and causes damage, you are strictly liable, even if you were not negligent. Let me repeat that. You don't have to be careless. Just the fact that what you kept escaped and caused harm is enough to hold you responsible. So if your dog jumps the fence and bites a child, or breaks loose from a leash and causes a motorcycle accident, you're the one who pays, not the person walking the dog, and not the dog itself. This is why having personal liability insurance isn't just a nice to have, it's a must for every responsible pet owner. What is personal liability insurance? So, what can you do about it? This is where personal liability insurance comes in. This type of cover protects you financially if your pet causes injury or property damage. It takes care of legal fees, medical expenses, and even compensation costs, depending on the policy limits. Some personal accident or home insurance covers include personal liability as a rider. But most Kenyans don't even know this is an option. That's why it's important to ask your insurer or broker whether you're covered, not just for household accidents, but also for incidents involving your pets. Why you need personal liability coverage for your pets. 1. Protection against legal claims. If your pet injures someone or causes property damage, legal claims can follow. A personal liability policy helps cover legal fees, compensation claims, and even medical expenses for the injured party. 2. Peace of mind. Accidents happen, even with the most well-trained pets. Knowing you're insured against unforeseen incidents gives you the confidence to manage your pets without constant worry. 3. Affordable safeguard. Personal liability coverage is surprisingly affordable, especially when compared to the potential cost of lawsuits or medical bills you might face. How to get covered. Here's what to do if you're a dog owner in Kenya. 1. Check your home insurance policy. Some policies include liability coverage for pets. Confirm if yours does, and what the limits are. 2. Buy standalone pet insurance with a healthy liability extension. For pet owners with large or aggressive breeds, specialized pet liability policies may be necessary. 3. Secure the basics. Always use strong, reliable leashes and ensure whoever is walking your dogs is capable of managing them in high-stress environments. 4. Ask your insurer if it includes personal liability for pets. If not, request to add it as a rider. 4. Ensure your dog is well secured with strong leashes and proper training. 5. Don't delegate dog walking to people who cannot control them, especially children. Some insurers may ask about the dog's breed, age, vaccination status, and whether it has a history of aggression. Be honest, because if an incident happens and you lied on the proposal form, your claim might be rejected. Realistic scenarios. Let me give you a few examples. Your dog escapes during a power outage and bites a jogger. Your child's friend comes over and the dog bites them in your compound. Your security dogs jump the fence and chase a neighbor's child, who falls and gets injured. In all these cases, you may be sued or forced to pay medical bills out of pocket. But with personal liability insurance, the insurer steps in and covers those costs, saving you from financial strain. Conclusion. Pet ownership is a joy, but it also comes with great responsibility. Don't let one unexpected moment turn into a legal or financial nightmare. If you haven't reviewed your personal liability cover, do it today. And if you don't have any coverage at all, reach out to your insurer and ask what options are available. Your dogs may be part of your family or your home's first line of defense, but remember, the law doesn't see them that way. It sees you, the owner, as the one who's accountable. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share this video with every dog owner you know. And until next time, stay safe, stay insured.